What phase is Marvel in right now?
Bad.
Do it! So yes, this may not be news at this point, but Miss Jamie Lee Curtis sparked controversy when she was said that MCU was in a bad phase during her interview with Josh Horowitz for the MTV. They were being interviewed at Comic-Con. Jamie Lee and her other cast members, and there's a bunch of different interviews of them on YouTube, and I was looking at a lot of them, but I wanted to find the clip of her saying that. Even in that actual interview on the MTV channel, I couldn't find that part where she says that. Maybe I just missed it, or maybe they actually edited that little part out. I don't know. So she said it was bad, but she's since apologized. You can just tell wasn't her idea. I'm sure she didn't want to apologize. I don't think she needs to. Like, she's not wrong. Though the actual question, Josh Horowitz was asking, as in what phase are they in number-wise? And there's more clips of people being like, oh, is it phase 6? Is it phase 5? But she was just making a joke, first off. It was clearly just a joke. But immediately people were up in arms and took it serious, and it was like, how dare she? And then she had to do a stupid forced apology on Twix. And it's kind of annoying that, I feel like there's a certain age where an actor can just say whatever the fuck they want and they shouldn't have to apologize for it. I mean, plus it's just Jamie Lee fucking Curtis, man. She's had an amazing career. Like, her career speaks for herself. During these interviews, you can just tell, like, she's done them so many times. She just knows. And she's just trying to have fun. And some of the other guys there are, like, especially Eli Roth. I can tell he's just kind of being, like, what he has to do. He has to say all the nice, great things about everything. And Jamie Lee Curtis made a joke. Maybe she was just being honest, or it was a joke. But she's not wrong. And her having to apologize is ridiculous. It's funny because you can see the reaction, especially of Eli. He's just kind of like, oh my god. And there's a couple other moments where you can kind of see, looks on Eli's face where he's like, oh, why can't she just stick with the script? But it's funny. I mean, that's what you love about Jamie Lee Curtis, man. She's been around in the industry for so long. She grew up in it. But it's also funny to note that Deadpool Wolverine star Ryan Reynolds, whose movie just came out and started blowing up, jokingly quoted Curtis' follow-up post and said, wait, is everyone expected to apologize for slamming Marvel post-Endgame? He says that, but does he get any backlash at all? Of course not. How is that any worse or not worse than what she said herself? Now, over here on actual Twix, you can see her actual comment, and there's no comments are turned off, which is interesting, I find. Like, perhaps it was turned off, or they were just getting so many comments, they're like, no. But look at this post, got 4.1 million views, so that's kind of nuts. But what does she say exactly? My comments about Marvel were stupid, and I will do better. I've reached out to Kevin Feige and will no longer play in that mudslinging sandbox of competition we call the internet, nor will I engage in the toilet paper promotion or gameplay that is designed for clicks, not content or conversation. This seems like a very scripted response. Perhaps she didn't even write it herself. And it's annoying that this is where we are now, and people aren't allowed to have an opinion anymore. They have to say what they're supposed to say. Keep everybody happy. As it says right here, Curtis has had some history regarding her feud with the MCU. I wouldn't say it's really a feud, but I guess bad-mouthing MCU in any way automatically makes it a feud. In 2022, after appearing in Everything Everywhere All at Once, a role that won her a Best Supporting Actress Oscar, Curtis made various social media posts comparing the film to Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Both works are centered around the complications of the multiverse. She first accused Doctor Strange of mimicking artwork, writing, "Is it just me? Does it seem strange that our tiny movie that could and did and continues to do #1 movie in America, it is truly marvelous, out-marvels any Marvel movie they put out there, has a Marvel movie coming out with a copycat poster. Is this one of those internet feuds?" Why would you ask that? You're making a feud by saying that. She did later clarify to People magazine, "I have nothing against Marvel as an entity. What I was trying to talk about was it doesn't have to be a Marvel movie in order to be a spectacle movie." Yes, that is true. Interesting to note that Deadpool and Wolverine has already crossed 550 million. After 5 days, that's pretty sick. That's half a billion, plus this article is a day or two old, so it's even more now. I can see it's making a billion, just the fact that it's made half a billion already in a week.
Death?
5. Death? Oh!
I don't know. And to be honest, I don't understand the question.
Hey, Marvel, she just terminated you.
But it is interesting to note that no one brings up at all that Mackenzie Davis said death when they were asked, which is kind of almost the same thing as saying bad. She said basically the same thing, and she's not getting any backlash whatsoever. Nothing against Mackenzie Davis. She's cool. I've seen her in things. I like her. Curtis did admit to possibly wanting to stir up a little friendly competition between the two multiverse movies. Would the actor ever join the MCU? She wouldn't be against it, although she said it's doubtful she would be approached. Honestly, I can't imagine that they would ever come calling because I kicked up some dust. But I'm a collaborating artist. I work with a lot of people on a lot of different things, and if the role was interesting and if I could bring what I do to it, of course I would. What am I going to say? No? But I would find it hard to imagine that Marvel's going to figure out something to do with a 64-year-old woman. I'm afraid if I do a Marvel movie, they're going to stick dots all over me and make me act by myself in a warehouse somewhere. Over on Instagram, she has a similar post, but it's pretty much the same thing. But this part here, she didn't say in her Twitter post. If I'm a leader, then a leader shouldn't talk shit about other collaborative art form creators. So that's the one thing she added. But over here on Instagram, the comments aren't turned off. So what's that about? The comments over on Insta are good, but over on Twix, all of her comments are removed. So what's that about? Hard to say. Who knows? But perhaps Instagram is that strict with their rules or whatnot. I think all this is just a bunch of PR nonsense. It's annoying that this is where we are now in social media and being in the public eye, and you say something that people don't like, even whether it's a joke or it's your opinion, you have to go apologize for it. And like I said, I'm sure Jamie Lee didn't want to apologize or cared about it, but her marketing team was like, you gotta do it, or maybe you won't get that MCU offer that was coming in the future, and she didn't know about it. It's unfortunate. I side with Jamie. She's awesome. She's had an amazing career, and she should be able to do and say whatever she wants, but that's just not how it is. But what I would love for you guys to tell me what you think about any of this. Is it silly anyways? Is it just, who even cares? Just watch the movies and enjoy yourselves. Whatever it's MCU or Borderlands or whatever you want to watch. Opinions are opinions, and that's just how I feel. So let me know how you guys feel down below. But also don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to keep gaming.